Who run the year? Girls. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 women who owned 2018.
2018 has been an absolute roller coaster of a year.
Are you out of your mind?
Click the link below to find our best and worst of 2018 videos for a look back at all the awesome and crazy things that happened.
For this list, we're looking at the female figures who made the biggest impact in 2018. Number 10. Cardi B. This rapper may have entered the public consciousness in 2017 with the release of her hit single Bodak Yellow, but we'd argue that 2018 was really her year. Though she'd produced several mixtapes beforehand, Cardi B released her first studio album, Invasion of Privacy, in April 2018. Even before her album was available for purchase, she was breaking records, becoming the first female artist to have 5 top 10 singles on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop chart at the same time. Mind you, we'd be remiss to not mention Camila Cabello here, who also released her debut album this year. Number 9. Serena Williams. GQ named this athlete Woman of the Year in 2018, and we can certainly see why. In the fall of 2017, Serena Williams suffered from some health complications related to the birth of her daughter. But in 2018, she was back on the court with a vengeance. She was also open about her postpartum depression, showing that the affliction affects even the strongest women. Though she didn't bring home a win at the US Open this year, she made headlines due to her superhero-like catsuit and clashed with an umpire after she was given a game penalty, which sparked a broader discussion of sexism in sport. Number 8. Oprah Winfrey. The daytime television show that made Oprah famous may have been off the air for years, but that doesn't mean she isn't still able to make a major impact. At the 2018 Golden Globes, she was honored with the Cecil B. DeMille Award, becoming the first Black woman to take home the honor, and took the opportunity to make an impassioned speech that ended up being a highlight of the evening. She addressed the Me Too movement as well as other issues of gender inequality, and made us all wonder whether she'd actually consider a 2020 presidential run. Number 7. Beyonce. Okay, let's be honest, we could probably say that Beyonce owns every year. In 2018, she released the album Everything Is Love alongside hubby Jay-Z, and featured in his highly praised track and music video Family Feud. But the highlight of Queen Bee's year was undoubtedly her performances at Coachella, which were described as historic and became the most watched live performance of all time on YouTube. She even briefly reunited with Destiny's Child. The show perfectly blended the political with the popular, with the theme focusing on Black culture. She continued to advocate for Black culture by hiring photographer Tyler Mitchell to shoot her for the cover of September's Vogue, making him the first Black person ever to do so. Number 6. Meghan Markle. Say what you will about the royals, but you can't deny the universal appeal of this new member of the royal family. American actress Meghan Markle married Prince Harry in the spring of 2018, and by autumn had already announced her pregnancy. The world has been wrapped all year long waiting for more information about the new couple, and the Duchess of Sussex has been influential in the worlds of fashion and beauty. She was named one of Time's most influential people, and we can definitely see why. Number 5. Emma Gonzalez. The Parkland shooting took place in February of 2018, and since then, several of the survivors have become vocal advocates for gun control. The most prominent and recognizable member of the group of students has become Emma Gonzalez, a young woman who spoke powerfully against gun violence not long after the shooting. She went on to help organize the March for Our Lives, which took place in March in Washington, D.C. Her speech at that event was hugely impactful, and her words will not soon be forgotten. Number 4. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and all the women who made history in the midterms. Has there ever been a midterm election in the United States which was as high profile as the one that took place in 2018? The nation was paying attention, and even previously apolitical celebs like Taylor Swift got involved. The election was historic for many reasons, notably because a record number of women won seats in the House. Sharice Davids and Deb Haaland became the first Native women elected to Congress, while Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar became the first Muslim women. And of course, there's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who will become the youngest woman to serve in Congress. Number 3. Lady Gaga. For the last decade, this artist has been one of the biggest stars in the pop music scene, and has kept us on our toes with her outrageous outfits every time she makes a public appearance. 2018 saw a toned-down Lady Gaga, however, one who had transitioned seamlessly from music to the world of film, starring alongside Bradley Cooper in the remake of A Star Is Born. Also, the year is ending with Gaga kicking off a 2-year Las Vegas residency at the MGM Park Theater, where fans can flock to see her all year long. Number 2. Ariana Grande. 2018 was undeniably a huge year for Ariana Grande career-wise, but also represented a time where she was often featured in celebrity news because of her personal life. The lead single from her latest album, Thank You Next, has already become a massive hit. Aside from all this, she has also used her influence for good, supporting a variety of causes and taking part in the March for Our Lives. Billboard named her Woman of the Year, with a representative citing her guts, her conviction, and trend-setting music. We couldn't agree more. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Christine Blasey Ford. When we look back at the events of 2018, there will perhaps be no event more memorable or influential than Christine Blasey Ford's sexual assault accusations about Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Her testimony at the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on his nomination was watched worldwide, and it sparked a conversation about sexual violence, victimhood, and what a woman has to go through in order to be believed, even in 2018. You'd probably never heard of Blasey Ford before this year, but you certainly won't forget her after the events that unfolded. And you better believe we're giving her all the caffeine she wants.